Okay, so now that we have the we've be able to create this shape over here, let's go ahead and fill in those details that we have, this side. So with the old design, you see when you look at the vectors that I use, which is the dot pattern vector that I use, I don't have those pattern vectors anymore. That is why I'm trying to use this dot pattern. It's not the same thing. This design, I made this design almost like 3 years ago, so I actually don't have all those elements or materials that I used to design this voucher ticket. So it wouldn't look the same thing, but it's actually the same process that I used to design this. So if you have a very good dot pattern that you can use, you can use it to also, whilst I'm teaching you how to design it, you can also get your own dotting pattern and then use it to replace what I have here. So let's create this information, which is the contacts. So we have 3 contacts, one for WhatsApp and then 2 for normal calls. So we have to create 2 shapes like this so we can get our contact information on top of it. So let's create this. So click on the dot pattern on top of this C shape and create another layer here, and then use the rectangular tool. So let's create something like this, and what we need to do is move to the property and then under the appearance, the rounded shape effect. So you can choose to turn on this, you can choose to turn off or turn on, because we are not seeing the other side of it, and we want all the sizes should be rounded. This pointed edges should be rounded. So even if it is turned on, if it's turned on like this, when you change it, it actually affects both sides of the shape. So I want it this way, so I'll make sure it is already turned on, and then I'll create the first one like this, and then Control T will duplicate it. So I'll hold my shift and then drop the second one like this. Okay. So I want to stretch my shape because I'll be putting in 2 different contacts on this shape. Stretch it. When you are stretching it, don't hold your shift, else it is going to enlarge it while stretching. So just release your hand from the shift and then use just the click and hold, and then just try and pull it. It's going to stretch the shape for you. So we have these 2 shapes here. Now we need to create this kind of effect. There's this blending effect. This side looks dark to the same shape we have here, but this side is a bit light. So let's create this one. So click on the shape and then locate your FX over here. So this time around, you are going to select the gradient overlay. So this is the gradient overlay. So this is how it works. So when you click on it, you have the first color over here, which indicates this blue over here, and then the second one indicates this kind of a green or light blue or whatever over here. So click on the first one and then select this dark blue, something like this, and then select this one, and then I'll pick this blue from this nurse's dress. So this blue. So now let's try and then adjust the dark blue to fill to this section. So at this point you see over here, click on it and then drag it. This is for the blue color. So the more I drag, you see it's fade a bit entering into the other side of the color. but this is not enough, so let's do the adjustments from the angle. So the angle is already 11, so I'll try and then put it to 4 or 1. Okay, let me see. No. Okay, oh, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 3, but let me go back and then, so the angle is on 3. Okay. Yeah, so this is okay. So I'll go ahead and then click on it, select okay. So now we need to do the same thing for this one, but sometimes it becomes so annoying when you go out doing this same thing for the second one. So what we need to do now is just delete this one and then just duplicate this by holding Ctrl J and then Ctrl T, and then just duplicate it and then just stretch it. Okay, so let's create a shadow for this shape. So reduce the opacity a bit, and then you have something like this. We do the same thing for the second one. Something like this is okay. So okay, so what we need to do now is we'll have to create the information, which is the contact. This one, these 2 contacts here. So I'll pick them from this side. So Ctrl C will copy. Then I'll select the shape and I'll paste it using the Ctrl V. So what I need to do now is to change the size and make it medium. And then Ctrl J, duplicate. This time around, it's below the shape here, so I need to move to my layer section and then move it on top. So I have my first one, which is the first contact here. So just Ctrl J to duplicate it, hold my shift and move it to this section. I think I need enough space, so I will stretch my shape again. To this side, then so I can have enough space. Then I can shift this one to this section. Okay. So what I had to do now is I need my icon to represent those shapes. I need my icon to represent those contact here. So this place is going to be the WhatsApp, and then there's going to be a phone. So I'll move to the old design and then select the ellipse tool and then also the WhatsApp icon all together. So Control C, and then I'll select this shape, Control V to paste. So I'll move it on top of my shape. Okay, so I have something like this. And then now I'll position my icon. Then I'll go for the second one, which is for the core. So I'll copy it and then paste it here also. So when I copied it, I think I copied another contact again. So I'll delete this one. So I'll have something like this. Now the next thing we have to fill in now is the location. So I'll go into and pick my location. Okay. And fix my location here. I'll change my color to white. So I'll use the color overlay. Okay. So I'm going for, I'll select the first one, which is I'll select the location first. So I'll copy it and then paste it here. And then I'll scale it. And this will go in here. So this time around, what I'll do is I'll take off the location because I already have the icon. I don't need to write location again. And then change okay. So I'll go for the second one, which is the branches. The branches and also the email. So I'll select my location and then select the email, holding my shift. So these two, Control C will copy it and then I'll paste it here. So you can choose to type them if you don't have the previous poster design that we did. Oh, I think I brought the location back again. So I'll delete this one and then go for the branches. Okay. And then I'll paste this one here. So this is what we have created, but I think this shape is on top of this text, so I had to move this text. So I'll select this three, 1, 2, 2, and 3. and then I'll move them on top of the ellipse too. And then so I have something like this. So now I can now position my location well, and then also my icon. So I'll make it bold, and then this one also I'll make it bold. Now we need a QR codes over here. So we are going to create a shape here where we will put this QR code as seen over here, and then the logo will come to this section, and then we'll have this final information here. So let's do that now. So click on this section, click on the dot button, or you can even click on the text over here because it's actually on top, and then create a new layer. Use your rectangular tool, hold your shift so that it gives you an accurate size of a square, and then change the color to white by double clicking it. So now we have to create another one again for the logo. So create a new layer and then select the rectangular tool. So this time around, don't hold the shift, just click and drag to create or custom your own rectangular shape. And so under the property appearance, let's give it a rounded edge, something like this, and then change the color to white. So in this case, we have something like this. Okay. So what we need to do now is you can get any QR code from the website, the PNG form. I already have mine here, so I'll just go and select it. I'll pick it from, so you can get one, and then just put it on top. Have something like this. So select the shape and let's create a shadow. So the opacity, let's make it 45, 47. Wait, 47 is okay. And then distance, so this one is okay, but I wanted to give the edge, I don't want it too pointed, so I mean like 6 is okay. Okay, so now I'll go for my logo. So I already have my logo here, so I'll copy it and then paste it here. Okay, have something like this. Now what we need to do now is, I think I need to change this to bold. All right, so this is okay. So what we have to do now is let's check. I think we need this. Yeah, website URL name should be also here. So okay, so I'll use this font, but you can also type it manually without. If only you want to copy and paste, you can copy and paste and then try and then change the information. So I'll use this to be www dot, and then now this is actually the web, and followed by www dot bnd medical.com. Okay. So something like this is okay. So this is actually website. Let me adjust my shape. It looks too big. Okay. I think this one is okay. All right. Now I think the shape, the dot pattern, let me change the style to see if something like this will be okay. Then reduce the opacity a bit so that it doesn't conflict the text that I have in the background. So what I have to do now is okay, so I think this is okay. This is actually okay, it's good, but because I'm not having the same vector, so it looks a bit different in terms of the background. But I want to try something. Let me try and then duplicate the dot layer or the dot pattern and then see if I can create something. Okay, I think I duplicated it and then I change the rotation, and then I'll have to reduce the opacity a bit, and now I think I'm getting it now. So what I have to do now is just to create another shape here to give it some kind of a blend effect on the dot pattern. So I'll create a new layer and then use my rectangular tool without holding my shifts, customize my own shape like this, and then I will rotate it a bit like this. So change the color to some kind of blue like this. Then I'm going to use the max effect. So under my property, I click on my max and then the feather option. Try to create something like this. And let me change the color to a dark blue. I think something like this, okay. You wouldn't see it too much, but at least it adds some kind of some stylish to the background. Now let me adjust the main background color itself, making it a bit darker. I think we are getting it. Okay, this triangle also the same thing, dark color. So if you are confused about the color I'm using, you can just copy the code. You can pause the video and then copy the code, or you can also create your own color code. So I'll go ahead and then I scale my image a bit. Right, so let's check. Let's see if we have something left that we are supposed to do. So we created this, we have this, we have these images, we have this first shape, the second one, we have this information here, we have the logo, we have the QR code scan image over here, the WhatsApp number, the phone numbers. So let's check if I think we are doing the same thing. I think we have everything intact. So let's play with this, the second bar with the shadow. Okay, let me increase the opacity and then the distance. Something like this is okay. So you can see from here the size is changing. So let me do the same thing for this one also, which is the first bar. Let me adjust opacity to 66. So you can see there is a dark line over here. So let's make it a bit fade with the size, so we get something like this. Okay, now with this shape, I think we need to give a shadow for the logo shape also. And this is too much, so 25 is okay, and then the size, then the distance. I think this one is okay. Okay, so then let me change this color to, let's say, something like this. And this one is this one is okay. Yeah, this one is okay. Then let me scale it a bit. So what I'm doing is I'm holding my control and then using the mouse pointer to adjust my shape. Let me increase the dot pattern opacity a bit to 52 or 51. Okay, let me say 50 is okay. So now I want to create a shadow for this text, so I'm going to group them. So this is the email, the branch, and then also I'm looking for the location, not the layer. So I hold my shift and then select these three. Oh no, so I'm selecting the branches first, and then hold my control and select the email and then select the location. So I have these three, and then I'm going to create a folder or a group folder. So this time around, any effect I put on this folder will reflect, it will appear under these three texts that we group them in this folder. So I'll just go ahead and then select drop folder, and then you could see that it has created it. Instead of doing it one by one, I just group them and then I apply the effects, and then it affects every content that is inside this group. I think this one is okay. So that's the same way. If I want to align them, I just select the group, then I shift it, then controls every layer inside that group shape. Okay. All right, that brings us to the end of part 4, and I think this is the final. So we just completed the back design of the voucher tickets. Now we have successfully designed both the front and also the back. So let me put on the front side so that we could see the front and back design. So this is the back design. So let me just move it. Let me move it to the bottom. Right, so this is it. Yeah, now you've successfully designed both the front and the back design, giving you a full professional voucher project from scratch. If you found this helpful, don't forget to watch the previous parts, which is the part 1 and part 2. If you missed them, try and watch them so that you get to understand what we planned, how we arranged, the layers, how we started the project, and then also some key elements and some shortcut keys that you need to understand to make this work so simple and also professional. And stay tuned for more Photoshop tutorials like branding projects and design breakdowns are also coming on this channel. There's going to be a lot. I'm going to teach you Illustrator, Photoshop. There's a lot more you need to learn about Photoshop. Logo, branding, a whole full branding. So let's keep creating, and then see you in the next video.